our way up to deer camp. It's about an hour and a half drive if you drive it straight through. We're going to be making a few stops though. Pick up the discs to pull behind the ATV. The next stop is going to be at Tractor Supply. I need to pick up two big livestock troughs because we're installing some water holes. And then lastly, I've got to stop and get some food for the next couple days because there isn't going to be any up there. All right, so change of plans. We got there to pick up those discs, and I'm an idiot. The last time I was there, I was in an F-150, and I thought it was a really light trailer, and it turns out it's a 2,000-pound trailer. Just the trailer on it, it was squatting hard. So I'm extremely glad that I got out and planted all those 4 acres in the spring. So stay tuned. We'll see what the plots look like when we get there. I haven't been there in a month, and we'll take it from there. All right, it's 6 a.m. here, first morning at camp. I'm gonna head up, go look at some of the food plots, see how they're looking. Hopefully they look good because we're not gonna be planting that much more this year. And maybe we'll be doing some fertilizing and some overseeding, but outside of that, we're just gonna be kind of getting everything else ready. What do you think, Luna? What do you think? This is my first time planting power plant, and I kind of just took a risk on it because it said it was high volume, and we're in a big wood setting. We're low deer density, but we do not have that much food. There is no ag here. The only fields for miles are ones that aren't even hayed. They're ours. They're just, we just cut them to keep them open basically. So wanted to try this out because it advertised high tonnage. You can just see, you can see where they've been nipping it off there. Got your sunflowers starting to open. Some of them already have opened, but you can see they're hitting it hard. I mean, yeah. That's just all deer browse all through here. I haven't seen any evidence of them eating the sunflower, but I'm not familiar with sunflowers and whitetails, so perhaps, that's something that comes later when the seeds dry out a bit more. But, I mean, it's getting tall in here. Like, that's up there. Some of these sunflowers are super pretty too. Like that one. Wow. Super cool. All right, so here's this little kill plot. This is the first year that we've done it. We came in, I think we brush hogged, and then we sprayed some glyphosate and 2,4-D and just knocked it out. And it's by far the smallest plot we have on the property, which I'm excited about. It's got some good cover around it, so I actually think it'll work out well from the perspective of making the deer feel comfortable enough to use it during daylight hours. So my plan, up until we just got a bunch of rain 15 minutes ago, was to come in here today and actually burn it, and then tomorrow seed it with like a hardy clover and chicory blend. But it's a cool little spot. That's a deer trail right there out in the corner. But it kind of snakes around here. I'm not sure how to hunt it because those woods to the left, all those woods are a bedding area. Those are the only mature trees that line it, so it's not like we can hang a stand in any of this new growth. I'm thinking it may be about putting a blind somewhere back in there that we can access from the road on the other side. But I don't know yet. We'll see. But it is a cool little plot here. Very secluded. My guess is it's probably 1/4 of an acre. But we'll see, and we'll see if we can get anything to grow here too. We've had a crazy drought this summer, and yeah, not much has grown that well, so TBD. Getting a quick top off. This tire's had a slow leak for a while. We should probably fix it. But kind of seems like a problem for another year. Well, I'm not sure I'd refer to this as an overwhelming success. I think that underneath the top layer is just simply too wet, and it never really caught, despite being brown. Let me show you what I mean. There's still a little fire over there, but I mean, this isn't gonna do anything. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was my first try at this. Perhaps it has to be, quite a bit drier. And also, potentially we waited too long after spraying the last time to come in here, because you can see there's already some stuff greening up. Like, that's all been sprayed. And there's little weeds coming up here. There you go. Yeah. Other than that, maybe I'll come in and just rough it up with a rake. I just don't have the time to do something like this by hand. So I may end up just throwing the seed, which would be kind of a pain in the butt, because I know it won't get good seed to soil contact. Like this thatch right here. There's soil underneath it, but it's just a mat of thatch that I wish we could have burned. So, in other news, I think I'm going to put a ground blind in here. Set it pretty far back off the plot, cut a couple of different shooting lanes, maybe 3 of them, and then try and block this, like maybe bring in some trees, or maybe like hinge cut these trees just to try and make sure that wherever I'm cutting a path or cutting a shooting lane, deer aren't trying to get through there. Obviously that would be counterproductive. It is 6 a.m. here, Friday at camp. I'm gonna try and get a water hole dug before I have to log on and do my day job. So let's see how that goes. She doesn't love the cold, but still starting at least. I zipped a little hole in here. We're kind of a bit away from where this is gonna go, so yeah, it's big enough that it's not gonna fit anywhere on there, even if I took that stuff off. So figured we might as well drag it with some ratchet straps. Wow, look at that pond. It's cold this morning. All right, this is where we're putting our water hole. We came in actually on that trail up from the apple tree plot, and then we had cut some bedding kind of like right up there. And so the hope is that this will be a bit of an incentive to get them to A, start using the bedding, and B, walk in front of a stand, which is going to be kind of down there. So let's see how long this takes. All right, this thing is dug. It's in the ground. All that's left to do is finish backfilling and fill it with water. And we're gonna be doing that using 4 5-gallon buckets with lids and just getting the water from the pond. All that's gonna come after I complete my workday. It's now officially 8 a.m. So I gotta get the heck out of here and go do my job. It is the last morning of the August trip that I'm up here. I'm gonna try and finish filling the water hole using those 5-gallon buckets with lids. I can do about 10 gallons at a time. It's been a long time to get to 70 gallons. We got about 30 to go. And then I've got a couple other odds and ends that I'm hoping to tackle before I gotta leave at around noon. Let's see what we get done. That's a bummer. Night one, really. Figured I could get away with one night without a stick. All right. Now I gotta just find a log so that critters don't get trapped in it. So we'll see. All right, hopefully that'll do. I don't know if I did the log right, but just needs to be enough to keep little things out. So TBD. We'll know in September probably. Now we're gonna make a little mock scrape here, right in front of the water hole. I cut down a little sapling. It's even got a little hook on the end so that it can hold the paracord. Now, time to take a piss in it. Almost lost this. But it was sitting right on the four-wheeler. No service ever.